I hate this update. This is it. I'm out. I hate you netties. Okay, that's it. This is how many EVE cosplay sounds like now. What's not to like? Oh, you don't have to work for the money no more? What? You can spend your time on other things while your game shovels coals automatically? You don't like the idea of doing what you want when you actually can and need to play? I'm half joking right now, but now when this wasn't a bad April Fool's joke and instead let's remake the game not a joke, then we show them the reality of these changes. Boys and girls, man and woman. Yes, another day, another video. I've been saying that I will make less videos to ease up on my own hectic life, but still, I can't stop. It's like it's calling me every day. I might be addicted. To you guys, to your well-being. And some of you might feel pretty bad right now. It's not your fault. So let me try and untangle this mess that is before us. Intelligent nanocores. So we are finally getting it. The truth about NetEase's intention. Oh, you thought I was gonna say nanocores? No. But we always thought that NetEase wanted to bring Plex prices to ridiculous prices so that it's impossible to farm for the Omega, and also ensure that we need to open our wallets. But in the past weeks, they've been saying that they want to lower the Plex prices. That kinda came as a shock, but now we see what they mean. Instead of fixing some stuff in the game, they will now try to increase the income with Nanocore. Or more exactly with Nanocore upgrade. I would be pissed off if this was a new Nanocore, because the ones I have is too good to pass up. And don't you dare touch them, netties. So plain and simple, if you get this upgrade, you can tell your ship to auto accept and clear encounters. It will also be added upgrades for mining and hauling. Why are you guys so quiet? Alright, I will be the one saying it. It will not be too bad to put my iPad on encounters before I go to bed, making my Omega while I'm sleeping. Also, it will not be too bad to hunt others who does this when I actually want to play the game. Cause calling this destroying the core game makes no sense. Cause if you call the core game farming and collecting stuff, then the game is already dead. Now we just get an easier way to do these tasks. But no, the core game is what you do after farming. Building, PvPing, doing the harder stuff in the game. You know, CTAs, is that hard? Well anyway, this is the core game. This is what we want to do. Sure, NetEase never listens to us, and now they have a big issue in the game, and this is their solution. So let me tell you what we can do now. Since they now are limiting the grind for those who now will get their hands on this core upgrade, I will talk more about pricing in this video later, but there will be consequences within the game with this course. And I'm not talking about the relaxed income of ISK and minerals. Everyone who gets this core and thinking this will solve everything with no repercussions will have a bad time. Receiving stuff for free comes with a price, the value, and your soul. So for everyone who intend to get this upgrade, they need to be clear to have some new fresh goals in the game, or you will be bored faster than your Omega expires. And also remember that we have a maximum of encounters or ISK that we can farm in a week. And don't forget to claim the Concord bonus. For miners, when these upgrades comes, there is no limit. And for your sake, I will not be rambling about the mineral issues in this video that this might give us. But it's not like we don't have it already. Depending on the price of these upgrades, we will just have to see how many gets it. But overall, you will be able to have a core that farm basic encounters for you. Mine for hours on end, just for you. And hauling all those minerals, just for you. So when you have time to play this game, you can focus on what you really want to do. In a perfect world, this sounds great, but we all know who will buy these upgrades. I will have to buy it, because I need to show you guys what it really is. And pretty much everyone who don't have time to play the game as much and already are T10 will be thinking about getting this. So instead of having bots mining and farming the game alone, the bots now have competition, and this will make bots have less profit, and that's a good thing, because they will be pissed. We also got those gamers who have no job and can play all hours every day. They also now have competition. So in a way, if you're working hard for your family and you have limited time to play this game, then instead of buying the pure AUR to catch up with your friends who got more time to farm, you can perhaps buy this alternative and not get too far behind anymore. Cause who thinks about you guys in games? Nobody. Well, I do. But as soon as someone is buying a progress or power in a game, then you're called a whale and it's pay to win. And all we hear is the full-time gamers who starts crying and whine on the forums. Cause you don't. You only got an hour or two to play. Why would you waste it on crying on a forum? Now you wanna play the game. I feel you, man. So in reality, pay to win is bad, but it's only because it's been abused. It was meant as a catch-up to those who don't have time to play. But those clever gamers figured out that they can play just as much and also buy the stuff and get the best of both worlds. So it didn't really work, and we are now stranded with an unfair gameplay. However we look at it. So now the question, what can we expect this to cost? It's a good question, and I want to say just wait a few days and we see. But for you guys who want my scenarios, here we go. Let's start with a less fun one and we'll go worse from there. This core might be in boxes, a chance to get one among some other nanocores. This would not make any sense, but I would not be surprised. I would really dislike this idea, even though some people will be lucky, because most players won't, and this will be a shit show. Or these upgrades will cost a fixed amount, for example 999 AUR to upgrade one core. And if this number is correct, then I think this is a bit too much, but it's probably a fair price for endless farming AFK. So we will most likely see this being 1500 or 2500 AUR for a battleship one, because this is NetEase. If it is possible to buy for battlecruisers, it will most likely be a bit less, and so on. This is still the most fair solution in my opinion. But I don't think this is it, because there's another NetEase way. Are you guys ready? Monthly activation. This would actually make sense since these upgrades will make us farm Omegas easier, and having it as a monthly, for example 200 AUR, would not make them lose money on it. So the worst possible solution is, I'm afraid, not too far-fetched. But give it a few days and we will see. Overall, I don't think this will destroy the game. It might actually get some more players back. A friend of me who heard this actually got back today just because of this. So stay tuned for tips on EVE Echoes and subscribe if you haven't. I kiss my wife 1 extra time for every subs that I get. And like the video if you think that I should be nominated King of Amar. And I see you guys again.